Sure, I can help you with that. I will write an engaging YouTube video script about whether there is a minimum income requirement for CashnetUSA. Have you ever been in a bind where you need a quick financial fix and traditional lenders seem like they're speaking a different language? You know, the kind of situation where every penny counts and time is of the essence. You start looking for options, and eventually, a name like CashnetUSA pops up. It promises fast access to funds, even for those with less than perfect credit. Sounds like a lifesaver, right? But then the question hits you, is there a catch? Specifically, is there a minimum income requirement for CashnetUSA? This is a question that countless people ask when they're exploring short-term lending options. It's a valid concern, because while these services market themselves as accessible, the reality can sometimes be a bit more nuanced. So, today we're diving deep into the world of CashnetUSA and its income requirements. We're going to break down exactly what you need to know, what they look for, and how your income plays a role in whether you get approved for a loan. Let's be upfront. CashnetUSA, like any responsible lender, does have income requirements. They're not just handing out money to anyone who asks. While they may not have the same stringent criteria as a traditional bank, they still need to ensure that you have the ability to repay the loan. This isn't about being judgmental. It's about responsible lending and avoiding a situation where you take on debt you can't manage. So, what's the magic number? While CashnetUSA itself doesn't always advertise a single, universal minimum income figure across all its offerings and states, a common benchmark you'll see mentioned in relation to similar online lenders, and often echoed in discussions about CashnetUSA's requirements, is around $1,000 per month or more. This figure generally refers to your stable, verifiable monthly income. This isn't a hard and fast rule for every single scenario or every single product CashnetUSA offers, as their loan types and eligibility can vary by state, but it serves as a strong guideline for what they typically look for. Now, let's unpack what stable income actually means to a lender like CashnetUSA. It's not just about a single paycheck. They're looking for consistency. This generally translates to regular employment. The most straightforward way to demonstrate stable income is through consistent employment. This means having a job where you receive regular paychecks, whether weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. They'll likely ask for information about your employer and how long you've been employed. Some sources indicate they prefer applicants to have been employed for at least 30 days. Proof of income. Simply stating your income isn't enough. You'll need to provide verifiable proof. This typically includes recent pay stubs, bank statements showing direct deposits, or even tax returns if you're self-employed. The more clearly you can demonstrate a consistent flow of money into your account, the better. Other income sources. It's not always about a traditional 9-to-5 job. CashnetUSA understands that people have diverse income streams. This could include government benefits, Social Security, disability payments, or other forms of government assistance can often be considered stable income. Self-employment/gig economy income. If you're a freelancer, independent contractor, or participate in the gig economy, you'll need to provide documentation like bank statements, tax returns, or invoices that clearly show your regular earnings. The key here is consistency and verifiability. Alimony or child support. If you receive these payments regularly, they can also contribute to your overall income assessment. Retirement income, pension payments, or other retirement distributions are typically considered stable. The crucial element is the regularity and reliability of the income. They want to see that you have a predictable cash flow that will allow you to make your loan repayments on time. Beyond just the income amount, CashnetUSA and similar online lenders consider a holistic view of your financial situation. Here are some other key eligibility criteria that often go hand in hand with income. Age requirement. You must be at least 18 years old to apply for a loan. This is a standard legal requirement for entering into financial contracts. U.S. citizenship or permanent residency. Applicants are generally required to be a U.S. citizen or permanent resident. Active checking account. This is a non-negotiable. CashnetUSA needs a checking account in your name that can accept electronic transfers for receiving the loan funds and facilitate automatic withdrawals for repayments. This is how they disperse funds and collect payments efficiently. State of residence. This is a big one. CashnetUSA does not operate in all 50 states. Lending laws vary significantly from state to state, so you must reside in a state where CashnetUSA is licensed to operate. This is why you'll often see a state selection on their application or website. It's crucial for determining what loan products, if any, are available to you. Credit check, with a twist. While many traditional lenders heavily rely on your FICO credit score, CashnetUSA often uses what they refer to as an alternative credit check. This means they might look at other factors beyond just your traditional credit report, such as your payment history with other bills or alternative data sources. This can be beneficial for individuals with less than perfect credit or those with limited credit history, as it gives them a chance to qualify when a traditional bank might not. However, it's important to understand that no credit check doesn't mean they don't assess your ability to repay. It simply means they might use different methods to do so. Debt-to-income ratio. Implicitly, while they may not explicitly state a debt-to-income ratio, the consistent income requirement is a way for them to implicitly assess this. If your existing debt obligations are too high relative to your income, it indicates a higher risk of default, even if you meet the minimum income threshold. It's essential to approach any short-term loan, including those from CashnetUSA, with a clear understanding of the costs involved. While they offer quick access to funds, these loans often come with higher interest rates and fees compared to traditional bank loans. The cost of the loan can vary significantly depending on your state's regulations and the type of loan you receive, e.g., payday loan, installment loan, line of credit. Always read the loan agreement carefully to understand the annual percentage rate, APR, fees, and repayment schedule before accepting any offer. In summary, while CashnetUSA doesn't typically publish a single, rigid, minimum income number that applies to every single applicant in every single state, the consensus and practical experience suggest that having a stable, verifiable monthly income of at least $1,000 or more is a strong indicator of eligibility. They prioritize your ability to repay, and a consistent income stream is the primary way they assess that. They aim to make their loans accessible, even to those with less than perfect credit, by looking at a broader range of financial factors. However, the golden rule remains: always borrow responsibly, understand the terms, and only take out a loan if you are confident in your ability to repay it without undue financial strain. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.